What's up, Dragon Brood? How's it going? Today we're going to be playing a jank pile. But you know, this is another one I'm kind of going through my backlog of some decks I had from viewers a while back, getting a chance to get caught up after the holidays. So I figured we're going to bust this one out because it's got a lot of fun cards. Don't know if it's going to do anything, but hey, that's okay. That's why we do these, right? I do the work so you don't have to. But before we get into that, you know what I got to ask? Please like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We are getting oh so close to 10,000 subscribers. We are somewhere around needing maybe 600 or less by the time this goes live. So please help us get there. We're just over, what, about 3.5 weeks now? So we're getting there. We still have time. But after y'all done that and you smashed all the buttons, let's go take a look at this Jeskai weirdness. All right, y'all, so there are some things about that. Well, first off, let's just start here. This is basically why we're playing the deck. This Unpredictable Cyclone. This gives us the opportunity to cycle anything we want and then just get something for free. However, to build around this, you have to sort of shape your deck around the situation where you don't have anything bad to cycle into. So you'll see that here in a second. The other thing is, by the way this is built, I have a feeling we could be weak, believe it or not, to the Great Hinge of all cards, because the only real answer I think we could play would be something like Shredded Sails, but I'm not sure it really fits with what we're trying to do. But it's something to consider as we move forward. Now, we do need to play some amount of removal to buy ourselves time, especially against stuff like rogues. And the other interesting thing here is that we've chosen to play... By the way, in case you didn't know from the name at the top, this was presented by a viewer that goes by Sand in My Pants, which is a super uncomfortable thing. But anyway, back on track here. We're playing instants and no instants at cycle. The reason is this keeps us from getting the wrong card at the wrong time. You know, and it's kind of a weird way to look at that, but it guarantees that we don't have any blockers to things we want to do at any given point if we do cycle, right? We'll always get what we want. Playing Raw Green Crystal just so we have an actual little bit of extra mana. And randomly, if we do have an Unpredictable Cyclone out, this actually lets you just get a crystal for 1 less mana. So that's not bad either. Playing 1 Narset because why not? Just had a slot to fill. Decided it was just going to be Narset. No good explanation. But with the cost of some of the cards we're playing, Narset can for real just off a creature and be pretty much a removal no matter how big it is, which is kind of nice. The 4 Unpredictable Cyclones, Boon of the Wishgiver. I believe this is our only sorcery in the deck. So if we do cycle this with an Unpredictable Cyclone out, we will always be getting 4 extra cards. This is one of the reasons we don't play... Like, the reason all of our removal are instants and not sorceries or anything like that. Like, this allows us to just cycle for 1, draw the 4 cards, possibly continue comboing on if we have extra mana out with the Unpredictable Cyclone. For Shark Typhoons, this card's just good, and there's probably going to be games that we can win with just this as the win condition, even though we're really playing for the Cyclone. But if we do actually cycle this with the Cyclone, well, we either get a Cure Best the Sea Gods, another Unpredictable Cyclone, or another Shark Typhoon. So that's actually okay. We don't mind that at all. Then, of course, the Cure Best the Sea Gods. Not the most exciting card. Cool whenever you can get it for cheap on a cycle, though. For Yadaro, it's our only real creature in the deck. But again, if we cycle for 2, we get an 8/8 Trample Haste creature. If not, we just get a card and we just try to get free Yadaros or cheap Yadaros down the way. And then this is the other sorcery. So I was wrong. I forgot we had this in the deck. But this is the other sorcery. So if you don't get to draw 4 cards, you're going to draw 5. Right? So you gain 5, you deal 5, you draw 5. So there's no downside to cycling the Boon of the Wishgiver. So this should all make sense. Now, whether it works, we don't know. This is one of the ones that on paper sounds great. Then lands, we're playing 3 plains, 1 Castle Vantress, 6 Island, 8 Mountain, 4 Rogren Triumphs, and 3 Fabled Passage. So we should be able to get all the mana we want fairly easily. I don't think that's going to be too much of a holdup. But who knows? Like, we'll see. Actually, no. This is incorrect because we're going to need... Well, we don't need this. We could be playing this for free. Let's see. We have 3 plains, 4 Triumphs, 4 Fabled Passage. That's like 7, 10 sources. Nah, it's fine. We'll be okay. let's go hop into the arena and see how this progresses. Alright, opponent goes first. We'll keep this. We can at least cycle away the Boon of the Wishgiver. Shark Typhoon can make a blocker, possibly. Alright, Brush Fire Elemental. I see you, buddy. What do we do here? I think we can afford to take damage once from this. Okay. I was just saying, in the event they had a Fabled Passage, but it looks like they do not. I'm going to put this on the bottom since we're a ways from casting that. Oh, Narset's a lot nicer. I do like that. Let's go ahead and put this in tapped. Alright. They didn't even want to spend their green to eat their own creature. Why is that? It's always suspicious when things like that happen. Because I can't figure out why that would be the case. Oh boy. Wow, these draws are not being nice today. Alright, so if we Narset, we can gain 2. Draw a card. Narset goes to 5. Probably gets Bone Crushered. And then attacked with a 3/3 Scavenging Ooze. I'm not sure what we do after that, though. I mean, I guess we do it. I mean, I could also just kill a Scavenging Ooze. And then try to put a big creature in front of the Bone Crusher when they play it next turn. Which is probably smarter. Yeah, that doesn't change our situation any. I mean, it's overkill. Oh, they didn't even have it! What? Wow. Oh, that was such a waste of resources. I mean, we had no way to know. The way they played it, I assumed that's what was going on. I guess they just needed a bunch of double green or something. Wow. Oh, that hurts so much. Wow, that's wild. How, man, yeah. Really had no way to know. Okay, what do we do now? Because now we could play Shark Typhoon. Straight up, and then play Yadaro next turn. Maybe? I mean, yeah, why not? We'll gain some life.
Let me help you.
I mean, if they have another Gem Razor, that's bleh, but, you know. What were we going to do otherwise? And then we just get to put a big Yadaro in front of Gem Razor. I don't know. But that would be our luck. Gem Razor onto a Gem Razor. Which I have to admit does make the idea of maybe playing like Triome, cycling Shark Typhoon kind of appealing. I mean, not Triome, but Crystal. Alright, opponent's gonna make some bodies. Seems reasonable. Ooh, we can do this next turn. This is if we have a land come into play untapped. But then we'd get a 7/7. Oh, this is so much value to try to play with. But it also assumes the Shark Typhoon's gonna live. Alright, so let's say Shark Typhoon lives, right? Then we make a 7. So we have a 7/7 and 8/8 plus the 3/3, which is probably dying here if we chump block. We could play a land 2, 4, 5, 6. We still couldn't play Yadaro anyway. So yeah, let's just do this. We could cycle Yadaro next turn. I don't know if we want to, though. Actually, yes, we do want to cycle. Because we found an ultimatum. That would be pretty sweet.
Out of our way.
Embercleave and we die. No Embercleave. Okay. Mostly making that play because we know we can have a bunch of really big creatures next turn. Oh my gosh, what's the opponent doing here? Alright, I am going to cycle this. Since we already know where to play is next turn, see if maybe we can find something else. Boon the Wishgiver is not bad for the following turn. This is also great. So that also gives us... Well, it gives us a 7/7. We could kill a 5. Or this gives us an 8/8 and a 7/7. Yeah, we got to do this instead. But next turn, that Inspiring Ultimatum's pretty sweet. And we'll just pass. And, we would have got 5 life, too. And that's not to be overlooked right now. That's actually a really big deal. Because this is only going to... Well, I'd have one less creature, though. Yeah, this is probably still the better option.
Buckle under our might.
Alright, Scavenging Ooze, cool. Not a big threat to us here. Oh, we will block, double block here. Because as long as we don't target that with something, it doesn't make the tokens, so we just kill our 8/8. Alright, so that's a bit of stabilization here. Alright. Opponent just gave up. Oh boy. Alright, we're going to keep, just because we have 2 Fire Prophecies and a Cycler. Don't know if that's good enough logic, but that's what we're going with right now. The first thing we'll be doing is shoving away that Inspired Ultimatum. Alright. Triome. Tapped. This hand at least feels reasonable if we're up against, like, rogues or something. We can pick off the first 2, maybe even 3 creatures. Alright. Not what we're dealing with at the moment. Mono green. Carried. Well, we'll kill that just so we're not having to deal with maybe Questing Beast or something. Get rid of that. Alright. Okay, that could help. Definitely gonna need a little more than that, though. Another red land would be awesome. Yorvo. Well, we can't kill Yorvo without another red land. So that's pretty sad. That's not a red land deck. Playing against a creature deck, I don't really want to throw one of these away, but getting rid of this Cure Best of Sea God is probably the best thing there. Oop, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Alright, that Yorvo is going to be too big for us to kill now. Now we're just looking for blockers for Yorvo. Well, the Moss Viper we care less about. Sure. I'm actually going to get rid of one of the Slaying Fires. Well, that's Mountain's a turn too late. That's not going to help us here. We may just be dead to Yorvo. Another Caryatid, alright. They're just going to make the biggest, baddest Yorvo in the history of ever. I mean, we'll go ahead and take 8. Difference right now being at 7 versus 6 isn't a big deal. Okay, they weren't playing anything after their combat step. We're out of spells, so I got nothing here. Wow. Yeah. GG's. We just did a whole lot of nothing. Alright, we'll keep this. Nothing real fancy. Just going to try to work our way up to playing a crystal and then see what happens after that. Alright. See what we can do here. Yep, crab. Sure. Alright. We'll use this so we can just cycle Yadaro, play the crystal next turn, and then see whatever we do after that. Alright. Get that cycle in. That's useful. Not what I was anticipating doing this turn at all. But it is fitting. Which rogue is it, opponent? Which rogue is it? Oh, well, it's not a rogue at all. Fantastic. We'll get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4. We kind of have all we need in this hand in a weird way. So I'm going to decline. I mean, we have mana. We've got the cards. Maybe we could have got rid of Boon of the Wishgiver. It's arguable, but reasonable. They did get to see our Unpredictable Cyclone. That's a little bit disappointing. You like having some secrets. But sometimes the cats get out of the bag, as they say. I don't know why they say that, but they say that. Part of me is just like, do we gamble to try to force a Narset here? My concern, though, is that there's probably something like Jawari's Disruption. But on the other hand, if they play Disruption, they're not doing anything else. But we kind of need this to get to 6 mana next turn, so let's start here. And let's see how the opponent feels. Alright. This is where we see our first rogue of the game? No. Alright, so maybe this is just Dimir Mill, but not actually rogues. Not sure if we guessed correctly or not last turn, but that leads me to want to just play Narset this turn. Boon of the Wishgiver seems so good to cast. I'm just going to take my turn. I'm not going to cycle that. Alright, let's start by just playing Narset. See what the opponent's got. Alright, we're okay with that, actually. I actually don't hate that. The opponent's obviously showing they're not putting a lot of pressure on us. So we have time. And we have 5 cards in our yard. We're both hitting mana. So they're just a straight up for real tutelage deck. Alright. So they are just the Dimir Mill. Good to know. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and then cycle this. I think that's the play. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're 1 short of being able to play the Yadaro. Alright, let's try this. This probably doesn't resolve either, but can't get hit by Mystical Dispute. So there's that. Man, this is a scary... Inspired Ultimatum is a scary card to play against tutelage. Alright. How many cards are we going to lose this turn? We're at 40. We may end this turn somewhere around 20. Huh. That is not what happened at all. How much do we believe in a Shark Typhoon? Alright. We're just going to pass. Because we can do all this just as cycling. We don't even have to try to cast a spell. So, my thought here is Yodaro during their instep, Shark Typhoon for the difference. And then we can Typhoon for 2. I mean, they can still kill it. I mean, it's... Yeah, exactly. They still have outs. We'll resolve that Drown in the Lock. Still during their instep. Cycle for 2. Fine. Cure Best the Sea God. And 8/8 they can't deal with easily. Oh, Shark Typhoon. You're a reasonable replacement. Alright, with 36 cards, I feel like we can survive at least one turn. Which might be all we need. Nope, they had a counter for it. Gosh dang it. Just taking all our fun away. Gonna kill our Shark too. Just take all our fun outs. Fair enough. Come on, untap land. Alright. We'll at least do this because we kind of have to. Target player gains 5 life. Inspired Ultimatum deals 5 to any target. And then we draw 5. That was not the greatest, but it wasn't terrible either. Alright, we're at 28. Opponent has 2 cards in hand and 6 mana. If those are defensive cards at all, we may still have a shot here. That puts us to 26. I don't... Man. 2 white, 3... Yeah, okay, so it doesn't really matter. I'm kind of debating if I want to even try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We only use this 2. We can just cycle this, though. Boon of the Wishgiver could end up hitting another ultimatum. We could just cycle this into something. I don't know. I'm going to pass here. This could be a pretty big turn during their instep. Depending on how the cards fall. We're at 24 cards. So we do have to be careful. We could put ourselves low enough that it could get a little dicey. But we could also just kill the opponent here, right? If... Well... Let's see, we're going to get a few triggers here, so a bunch of things can happen. Let's start here. Oh, just another one. I'm going to decline and just keep an extra card in our library, believe it or not. Here, let's do it for 1, 2, 3, let's say 4. Let's just do it for 3. Leave us 1 open so we can go ahead and hit this Boon of the Wishgiver. Alright, there we go. Do you have a counter for that too? Another Mystical Dispute? Alright. I mean, if they just have them, they have them. You gotta force them to play them, you know? Alright. We're gonna be almost out of cards. Deal 5. Draw 5. Why did we not find a Yodaro? How did we not find Yodaro in the middle of all that? Can we kill the opponent now, though, is the other question. Alright, let's do this. Nothing. Alright, so we've gone through all the stuff. Good to know. All right, so we could do 7. That's 8, 9, 10. I mean, I guess we go for it, right? We've got 16 cards. We can respond to the opponent trying to do something. I'm just trying to think if there's any way this goes badly. That's 4, 7. The opponent's at 7. Okay, sure. Let's do it. So we're at 12 cards, or 14 cards. All right, I think this should do it. Because they would have to stop quite a few things, because we also have an ultimatum. So as long as we have at least 5 cards, we won't necessarily die here. All right, hit the opponent for 4. Hit the opponent for 3. I mean, you got to counter and kill a shark. All right, we got her. We did it. I don't know what to say about this one. Like, if you get the right matchups, you can win a couple of games in ladder. Narset actually turned out to be pretty good each time we drew it, so I'm pretty happy with that being deck. I might even try to find a cut to play a second Narset, actually. Everything else actually worked out okay. Don't have a really big complaint there. I wouldn't, now I'm just saying, if you're trying to ladder, I probably wouldn't attempt to play this in ladder above gold, truthfully. But if you just want to play in the open queue and do something fun, you know, cast a bunch of spells, like, yeah, go for it. But it is going to be slow, but I say that. You can actually get your early removal, and that could buy you a lot of time. I mean, what we saw that's kind of interesting, though, is that if you don't hit a lot of the... Well, I don't know, even the aggro decks, we had a little bit of play. So what am I talking about? Who knows? If you want to try it, go for it. Don't listen to me. I'm probably just trying to talk myself out of the deck. It was fun, though. I will say, a lot of fun, interesting decisions. So go for it. Have a blast. And for today's card spotlight, we're going to be talking about Vanquisher's Banner. This card's not that old, just a couple years ago we had this in Standard, but it didn't get a lot of play, actually. It wasn't one you saw except for maybe rare occasions when somebody was trying something completely new and different, but truthfully, wasn't really much of a player. That said, it's a great casual card. Like, people love this for theme decks. If they're playing goblins, elves, zombies, you know, like, it's a great card. And one that you can always trade, can always move, can always sell. It's always on buy list. It's all the time. Like, so if you ever come across these in trades, absolutely pick them up. It looks like a dumb 5 mana thing that you're like, why does anybody want this? But nope, it always has value. Promise you. I move these constantly, all the time. Just pick them up. Remember, if you'd like this deck list, or if you'd like to come follow us in our Discord and come chat about all things gaming, or just come follow over on Twitch and just come see one of the streams there, or visit our sponsors or buy some merchandise to help me out. All those links are down in the description below. Also, remember, if you buy anything from TCGPlayer or Amazon, if you follow one of the links in the description below, even if you don't buy the item that's linked, as long as you shop within 24 hours, I get a small kickback. And if you haven't, I have to ask one more time, please remember to like this video to help us get in front of more people. Hit that subscribe button to help me out hitting 10,000 subscribers. We are getting oh so very close. And then hit the notification bell so you get notified every single time I have a video up. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.